What's up, YouTube? DJ Kryptonite here. I've been away for a minute. I guess I've just been enjoying the sports world for a minute. Stuff outside of boxing, but it was a good fight last night. Jarron Boots Ennis put up a good showing last night. He's fighting some people as of late as an up-and-coming contender, so he's fighting some people that he should beat as a talent, because he is a talent. He reminds me of a big Terrence Crawford. He can switch between southpaw and regular or orthodox, whatever it is. I should know that. I'm getting a blank here, but orthodox and southpaw, I think. I can't remember. I'm losing it, really. It's early. I just came out the gym, out the sauna, so I'm a little woozy. But like I said, Jarron Ennis looks good. Boots looks really good. I know last night, after the fight, he called out all of the big names: Ugas, Spence, of course Crawford, all of the big names, all of the guys that have some clout or have some status within the welterweight realm. Keith Thurman, he called out all of those guys. I'm not exactly sure if he's ready. I think he's ready, because I don't believe in the whole the experience factor. Once you get about 10 fights in as a professional, at that point, you should start to take on decent competition, and I think he's been doing it the right way. They've been kind of molding him or grooming him the right way. So I think it's about time that he probably gets in the ring with some top 10 guys, so to speak. So I'm looking forward to that. I think he's a great talent, but again, I'm looking for him to be under some sort of duress. I hadn't seen him under duress. I've seen him kind of dictate the fight pretty convincingly in all of his fights. He kind of just walks through folks. Sometimes you can tell he kind of allows people to get off a little bit here and there, and I think that's just to entertain himself, because he's not in there with anybody that's really a legitimate threat to him. So we'll see. Like I said, I like the way he looked. He looked really good. And I like to see fights like this, up and coming fights, or fights like this where it's not a whole lot of money in it to demand the corruption or demand the entertainment. We got to do certain things to make it an entertaining thing. So, and I'm not trying to throw conspiracy in a lot of things. I'm just saying this is purity of boxing. In my opinion, this is truly purity of boxing. When you got contenders fighting contenders, or prospects fighting contenders, that sort of thing. This is true boxing at its best, and I really enjoy those types of fights, because you can tell these are guys going at it. They're really trying to make it to that next level. So I enjoyed it. I don't know what your thoughts are on Boots, but I really like him. We'll see where he goes. I can't see him hanging around welterweight too long, because he's a big welterweight. So I can see him campaigning at 154 more so than 147. If you kind of, his frame is built so that I just don't know, because he's coming in the door at 147, and I'm thinking he's probably more of a natural 154, 160 pounder. But I think 154 is going to be his true weight. I think that's when you're going to see Boots really get at it. I think that's where he's going to really campaign and make a name for himself. Welterweight division is big names in it, and I see the glamour, the glamorous appeal for him to stick there. But there is some talent at 154. So if he was to move up to 154, I think he probably could get the bigger fights quicker at 154. And I think he would shine at that weight, just because I think he would carry 154 a bit better. Again, he's almost like under the Errol Spence kind of look to me. I think they're both, because he fought southpaw quite a bit last night. But I think he's kind of in that realm, that Errol Spence realm, where they're big welterweights. But he seems to be a little bit bigger to me than Errol Spence. So I think at 154 he probably can make some noise, a lot of noise, because I think right now he may be not struggling because he's still a young guy. So I'm sure he makes 147 fairly easily. But I'm looking forward to him to moving up to 154. I think it will be a lot more entertaining because he's a big puncher for 147. So once he gets at 154, I think that power will kind of carry over to 154. And his skill set is just amazing. Like I said, he reminds me of a Terrence Crawford because of his skill set. You know, he can bang, he can jab, he can stay in a pocket, he got good movement, good footwork. So like I said, he's a big Terrence Crawford. I don't think any of the big names really want to see him right now because it's too big of a risk and no reward for him. And I think Errol Spence experienced that same thing before he was actually, you know, until the sanctioning bodies demanded that folks give him an opportunity. And I think at a point when Boots start to get enough fanfare following recognition, I think the demands will come in. I think the WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO, they're going to start demanding that he get a shot. But again, we'll see. Again, I thought it was a good showing by Boots. Talented cat. Don't see him at 147 very long. I think if he gets a belt at 147, he may just jump up to 154 because I think there's fights up there for him. And they're probably a bit more, I think they will be a bit more open to giving him that opportunity up there. So we'll see. But anyway, DJ Kryptonite out. Deuces.